This bag could literally cost twice as much as it does, and I'd still say it's an incredible value. What's up guys, I'm Kyle with Dirt Bike Channel, and today I want to do a comparison on a couple of gear bags that I'm pretty excited about. It's the Ogio Rig 9800 Pro. This is a bag that I bought for full price off Rocky Mountain ATV about 2 years ago. And then this is the other bag, it's the Rocky Mountain ATV MC gear bag, which I've just recently bought off Rocky Mountain ATV for full price. Now, I've had the Ogio for 2 years, and this is a really, really nice bag. I've had this Rocky Mountain ATV bag for much, much shorter. But now that I've got them both, I'm like, I've got to do a comparison video on this. And this is one of the reasons why you guys come to this channel, is because I give you no nonsense, straight reviews on all of this gear. And you might be thinking, well, Kyle, this bag is it's 380 bucks? I believe it's 379 is what I paid for that. I think that's what they still have on Rocky Mountain ATV is 389 or 79 bucks. So it's 380 bucks for that. And then this Rocky Mountain ATV bag is 125 bucks. And normally you would say, well, that other bag must be way better, right? And I'm going to tell you there's some pros and cons to both of these bags, but you cannot, I'd be stupid if I didn't say that Ogio bag is literally 3 times the money of this Rocky Mountain ATV bag, and there are several things about the Rocky Mountain bag that I like better. Now, I think they also have an MSR version of this. I'll pop it up on the screen right now. But there are some reasons that you would buy the Ogio bag, and I'll go through them here. But there's also a bunch of reasons why you could buy 3 of these Rocky Mountain ATV bags for the same cost as that, and even one of them. This bag has some definite advantages over the Ogio bag, and we're gonna get into that right now. So with both of these bags, they're big gear bags that can haul all your gear as far as boots and helmet and riding equipment and all that other stuff. Both of them have roller wheels and handles on them so that you can take them, just move my phone. They have roller wheels and handles so that you can handle them like luggage out at an airport or anywhere else. Both bags have that, as you can see here. So that's pretty sweet. They both have nice wheels. They both have nice handles. But as you can see, just by placing these 2 bags close by each other, one of them is significantly bigger than the other one. I did the actual math on this, and if you just take the dimensions of the Ogio bag and you times all those things together, it's about 8,800 inches, 8804 volume in inches with the specs of just how wide it is, how tall it is, and how long it is. So this is 8804. The Rocky Mountain ATV bag is 11,200. So it's significantly bigger. And I'll show you how that manifests into like what gear you put in this thing. So it's interesting. The Ogio bag, I bought this bag right before I went to Italy. Gas invited me to go over to their Gas Spice It Up event in Italy a couple years ago, and it was super awesome. And I bought this bag. I'm like, I need a new bag to go do that. And it has some great pockets here on the outside. I love the pockets and the organization that it has on the outside, but I was kind of shocked when I opened this thing up and started putting gear in this, because check this out. Once you open this thing up, I'll show you, and you put, now the Pro bag has a bag inside here to put your boots in, right? So you can see that. You don't have to use this bag, but this helps if you've got muddy boots and everything. But once you have this bag in here, there is very little other space in this main compartment. So you put your boots in here and you put your helmet up here in this part, which is, my helmet pushes the bag apart even. And then there's very little room for anything else. Okay, so this is a better camera view to see this. You have your boots, you have your pants, and maybe some knee guards, and then a helmet, and that's it. And it's even splitting, you notice, this is even splitting apart. This divider is supposed to hook via Velcro over here. That's literally the limits of this pack. Now in the lid, this is where your organization comes, and you've got one pouch right here, which is great for whatever you want inside of that. I like that. And then you've got another pouch down here for something else, so you can have some organization. And then you can unzip this whole thing here, and you can have other riding gear. So I've got some shirts in here. This is where all of your organization is for just like your, say, jerseys or any of that other stuff, but there's not a lot. Once you have this thing, once you put boots in here and a helmet, you're basically done with the usable space inside of this thing. Now, check this out. If I pull I don't know if I'm still in frame on this. If I pull the riding boots out, Then there's more room, okay? But still, you gotta have riding boots in here somehow. So let's say you put riding boots in and you just kind of fish it in, maybe like this or something. You do something like that, and now you've got some riding pants on top of that and some things on top of here. Yeah, you could put some more stuff, if I show you this, without this big, huge boot compartment, which is still really nice. Then you can put a few more things in here, but there's just limited room, and it's not even any too big for the helmet up here. As you can see, I've just got a regular Fly Formula helmet, and this is kind of pushing this thing apart. It's kind of interesting. There's not really a ton of room in here, right? Okay, now let's compare and contrast the Rocky Mountain ATV bag. In the front, we have a spot for the helmet. This is a much bigger area for my helmet. My helmet fits in here so much easier, and it's got venting up in here. On both sides of the bag, there's vents right here and right here. You can see these big vents because your helmet's gonna be sweaty and hot, so it can breathe. There were no vents on that Ogio bag, okay? So a completely separate place up here for the helmet. That's where that thing can go, and that's great. And it's not pushing my bag apart. There's tons of extra room. You could put a bunch of goggles in there and everything if you wanted. Let's look in the back. Let's look where the boots are. Notice there's also huge vents right here, huge, like 6 vents on both sides. So you have 12 different vents for your sweaty boots. Here are boots. These boots are even bigger. These are the Garmin SG12s, which I have. I actually took these boots in that Ogio bag over to Italy. They're still in here, and Rocky Mountain ATV does give you a little bag that you can put these boots in, which I'll show you in a minute too. It's not as bulky as the Ogio bag, but it does the trick. So if you have muddy boots, you can put them inside a bag if you want, and then put them in here, okay? Then you have, before I even get to that, you have these outside pockets right here. Here's a big one here. This is a changing mat, which you can pull out and then throw that down on the ground, and then you've got this huge, as you can see, you've got this big long thing that you can change on if you're out in the wild and you want to be able to like put your boots on or whatever, or change in and out of riding gear if you didn't have a place to stand or sit. That's a clean place. The Ogio bag does not have that. I'm just gonna stuff this thing back in here like that. Same thing, or on the other side, you also have a nice big outside pocket for organization, whatever you want to put in here, okay? And then let's go into the main compartment, which is gonna be right here. Now check this out, guys. These are why you'd want to buy this bag. Look at this. I've got tons of room in here. I'm carrying an entire goggle case. I have a pair of riding pants in here. I have a packable jacket in here. I have this massive tech vest, like a tech vest in here for chest protection. I have multiple jerseys inside of here. I have the boots. This is the boot bag that they give you to put your boots in. Just a nice, basically like water resistant bag to put your boots in. I'm gonna stick that in the boot side over here. And then I have knee protection. So literally, guys, and that's a separate compartment from the helmet up here and the boots up here. So, look, here on this side, we also, I think I'm out of screen on this. On the bottom of the lid, we have these mesh pockets. There's a mesh pocket here. I've got these are my riding socks in here. Put a couple of pairs of those things. I've got space for riding gloves or things up here in these mesh pockets that you can see. So guys, there's so much more room inside of this main compartment. It's not even comparable in any way to me. And you could put so much more stuff in this Rocky Mountain ATV bag than you could ever fit in that Ogio bag. That's the reason to buy this. So to kind of recap everything, I've just got some notes here. The Ogio bag, it's an amazing bag. It's well built. It's got handles all over it. I think that it has better colorways. This thing has a ton of different colorways on it that you can buy, and it looks sick, and it stands up straighter as far as like how it stands. This thing stands up straighter. It doesn't kind of like flop over more like this Rocky Mountain ATV bag does. So it's got some great supports that way. It's got the colorways. There's good organization in the lid. It's got good outside pockets. It doesn't have a changing mat, which sucks. There's not much room in here. Once you've got your helmet and your boots in here, there's not a whole lot of extra room outside of that. And it has a bulky boots bag, but it does, you know, keep mud off your other stuff. If you had, you know, boots in there that are nasty and whatever, you could put them in that. As far as the Rocky Mountain ATV bag goes, it's 1/3 of the cost. This sucker over here, this Ogio bag, is 3 times the money. 3 times the money. Is it 3 times as good? Not even close. There may be some reasons why you would buy this bag, but it's not because it's 3 times as good, okay? So your Rocky Mountain ATV bag, 125 bucks. They both have the carry handles to use at an airport or whatever, so they both have wheels. So that's really nice. But this thing is significantly bigger. It has better venting. There's a lot more volume. It's got good outside pockets. It's got way more space inside. This thing is far, far bigger as far as storage goes. It has better venting. It's got the changing mat. Tall boots will fit in this sucker better. These are the tallest boots that I think are out there, the Garnet SG22s, and they fit in here with ease. Any of your boots are gonna fit in this. They don't fit as easily because you can't stand them up. In the Ogio bag, you cannot stand them up like I'm standing these things up in here. So you can fit more gear for longer trips, and its boot bag isn't super bulky and doesn't take up a ton of room. On that boot bag in the Ogio, I don't use it that much when I'm, you know, putting my boots in here because it takes up so much of the room. So that's kind of a highlight of these 2 products. Please guys, if you want to support what we're doing here at Dirt Bike Channel, please use my links to Rocky Mountain ATV to buy either of these bags or anything else. I try to bring real reviews to you. I pay full price for all of this stuff, and I buy it from Rocky Mountain ATV, and it's free shipping. So any orders over 75 bucks ship free. So this bag ships free, even if that's the only thing you buy from them. This bag would ship free if it's the only thing you buy from them. And if you use my link, it doesn't cost you a single dime, but I get a little bit of a kickback from it, from making these videos and sending you to Rocky Mountain ATV, who I do not think can be beat as far as price, selection, and service in our industry. So it's a great company owned by moto people. I know so many of the people down there, and they're actually moto people just like us. So anyway, go ahead and please use those links. The Rocky Mountain ATV bag, this sucker is about as good as a bang for your buck as you can possibly get. This bag could literally cost twice as much as it does, and I'd still say it's an incredible value over the Ogio bag in so many ways. And I'm not even saying the Ogio bag isn't good. These are great bags. Ogio is a great company, and the quality on this and the fit and finish is absolutely fantastic. I don't have any complaints. It's just that now that I've seen the Rocky Mountain ATV MC gear bag, I'm just like, whoa. At 1/3 the cost, this sucker has a lot of things where I think it's actually better, even though it's 1/3 the cost. So that's what I have for you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying the warmer weather. I certainly am gonna hopefully get out and go riding with the boys, my boys this weekend. And yeah, so we'll be utilizing 1 or 2 of these gear bags in our trailer, and it'll be a good time. So thanks so much for watching. The sweepstakes that we had in March, that was successful. I might even be able to do another one. I've been crunching the numbers on that, and I've been looking about some of the things I could tweak and whatever, and we may be able to do it again in June. The administrators haven't given me the 10 finalists yet. They should be giving that to me here in the next week or so, and then we should be able to do a live drawing on that live on YouTube somewhere between the 18th to the 22nd. So watch videos for that, watch social media for that, watch my website for that, because we'll be giving that gas away to one of the lucky viewers out there. Thanks so much for watching these videos, and until next time, leave a single track.